as we are engineers, some of us, we need to do root cause analysis. 5 whys. Why? Why we suffer, why we suffer. So we will do a deep dive into that today. Interested? So just a recap. Last time in 2 classes we discussed about happiness. Right? We all want happiness, hence we are here to discuss. And then we want success formula also. What is the success formula to attain that happiness? And now today we are going to talk about the root cause of suffering, the various causes of suffering and analysis of those causes. So, the source of ultimate happiness, needs of life. What is that? One is physical, right? Emotional, psychological. Last but not the least is? Very nice. क्या हुआ? हो गया class. चलिए प्रसाद. Spiritual, right? Wonderful. In red over. Spiritual. And actual happiness can be attained by practicing basic aspects of spiritual life. Because other happiness is very temporary and very finicky in nature. I was just coming in the lift and I met Omkar Prabhuji right here. Yeah, आपके पीछे. Yes, white jacket Omkar Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is a student in Chaitanya school. He is doing 12th class. And I know for the fact my kid also studies in Chaitanya. So I could have some details. So they grind very much on studies, right? I mean, childhood skill is there, something like that. But it all depends on how the kid's physiological conditioning is. So Prabhuji is in Chaitanya school, he is doing his Zoom class. And he is still taking out time and listening to Gita class in such a tender age. In that age, ISKCON passed by. And I said, ये तो बूढ़े लोगों का काम है. मुझे तो अभी enjoy करना है. Right? So I was enjoying. And Prabhuji is right there. So secretly कब किसको कहाँ आ जाए पता नहीं. Right? And how you answer that. And it's very, very good that young people are coming to Krishna consciousness, showing interest. That means हमारा भविष्य सुरक्षित है. Our future is in safe hands. Right? So big Hari Bol for Omkar Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Encourage कीजिए आते रहें. Yes, thank you Prabhuji for coming and wonderful. So that was like we call what in corporate world elevator speech in the lift. Hare Krishna. So yes. So happiness again. When we talk about spiritual aspect, there is charity aspect of it, donation, compassion, humility. So if some basic aspects of spirituality can give this much of satisfaction, imagine a lasting happiness by a spiritually matured person. You little you feel, get the, what do you call that? Snippets. And you feel, today I felt so nice. It was so peaceful. Imagine if it's sort of permanent in nature. So what kind of bliss you will feel, right? We call it higher taste. When you got the taste of gulab jamun, will you eat chili? Right? So you got the higher taste. So all of us have desires. We need some taste in life. Somebody says that I want to get rid of what do you call that? Whiskey or cigarette. If you forcibly do that, will they live? Even though they know that it's injurious to health, they need some higher taste, right? They get higher taste and this will go away. Like bachcho ko, if you tell them don't watch movie, they will more watch, right? If you force and snatch mobile away from them, they will more look at it when you are not there. And the moment you are there, hiding business, right? Human nature. But if you give them better environment, bring them to Krishna conscious world, right? Make them learn Mridanga, make them learn Kartal, make them learn Bhajan, Kirtan, make them preach to younger generation, make them dance on the street in the name of Lord Krishna. Won't they leave mobile? I have seen children doing that. There is objective evidence with our family. So they got higher taste. So lower taste, chala gaya. So that is the intelligence we have to use, and today we will talk more on that. Hare Krishna. Alright, so you can understand how rich you are by counting how many things you have which money cannot buy. Usually we associate richness with money. In Bangalore, what it is? Prabhuji, you are rich because you have this much money, right? Wrong. define richness is by what money cannot buy. Now let me ask you some questions quickly. Bhagavad Gita is the middle. Arrogance. What money can buy to get rid of arrogance? Is there a way? Okay, lakh rupees, no? Crore. Arrogance can't go with money. What is the upaya? If you read Bhagavad Gita, go through a session, then humility will come, which money cannot buy. How about this? Greed. Tell me, if you spend money, greed can go? All of you are Bangaloreans, rich people, flats, car and what not. Greed. Somewhere, some money you give, it will go, na? Some institution you give money. It can't go. Read Bhagavad Gita, be in the association, and then what will happen? What's the outcome? Generosity will come. See, 2 points money could not buy. और सुनना है? और सुनना है? सुनाते हैं. Let's see. How about this? Vengeance. Badla. I have to take revenge with that guy. If you spend more money, can you get rid of vengeance? You have to go through Bhagavad Gita. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Please continue. So, vengeance, if you go through, you have to get rid through Bhagavad Gita, and you get what? Forgiveness. Can money buy this? Abhi list complete nahi hua. Let's go through further. Indifference. I don't care, yeah. My father has given me so much money, dude. I'm chill. Indifference, right? Samne somebody is dying, indifferent. Right? Your mother is suffering, indifferent. Right? I mean, you don't care. Can money buy that kind of a thing where you get rid of indifference? What can help you? Bhagavad Gita. And if you need to go through that, you get compassion. Compassion. Heart becomes soft. We have this great attitude that I am everything. If I have money in my hand, I can do this, I can do that. There you are. None of you are challenging this. To say that, Prabhuji, I think money we can buy compassion for sure. In fact, more money you have, all this, on the left hand you will get more. Right hand, you will get 0. What's next? Hate. Can money get rid of hatred? Sorry. No? Okay. So when you go through Bhagavad Gita, you get love. How many times you tell I love you to your relatives? You mean, what do you say? Ego. First, he or she should say, then I will say. Why should I say first? I have done so much. Can't he or she see that how much I have done? Do I need to say thank you and I love you? Come on. Boss, you will go and tell 10 times, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But wife or husband, how many times we go and tell? I love you. Try saying that. Try doing that. Of course, before marriage you will say 100% because that is one object you need. I call it object only, right? Because it's not true love. True love is Radha and Krishna. This is like bodily love. When you are good looking and you are at your, we say the donkey also looks beautiful in its prime. Forget about human. But when you grow old, does that true love survive? Do you still have that kind of a thing where you take the bike and stand in front of an apartment and wait for your wife to come and give a red rose and say I love you? Can you do that? At the age of 40, 50, 50 complain ke pothe honge. Right? What you have done for me in my life? I have done so much for you. Bhagavad Gita allows you to open your knots. You have only one life to live in this human form. Better say everything in this life itself, whom you actually love, than waiting for things to happen to you. Right? Money cannot buy this for sure. At least I have not seen and I have not felt that way. Darkness, depression, money can buy that? Prabhuji, we can go to psychologists. Yeah, we can have 20,000 rupees one session. And just that they listen and then it becomes empty inside and feel relaxed. And then no depression comes after a month again. Guaranteed. Right? Money can't buy Prabhuji, money can't buy this. And when you go through Bhagavad Gita sessions, when you associate, when you eat prasadam, when you do kirtan, you feel light from inside. Light from inside. Sometimes it's like in spite of all this, we somehow don't want to come and listen to Bhagavad Gita. Somehow we don't want to, we challenge ourselves a lot in terms of giving 1,000 excuses. Why should I attend? Rather than thinking about one cause which will make me attend this session. Right? At least one thing is for sure, that all of you have come are zero interest in cricket. Considering today is the India-Pakistan match or whatever, right? So, interesting. See, the material world is playing a big plot to make sure that we, like fools, are totally stuck in that chakravyuh. Sometimes cricket, sometimes movie, sometimes some OTT thing, sometimes something or the other. And you spend money, you watch, and then what you gain? How many movies we have watched in the life? Many? All of us, plus minus? Old movies, new movies? What you have gained now out of that? 3 hours you spend in the dark room. Some guy is fooling you. Although all of them are acting, camera is on. Behind their back they are earning money. Are they giving you money? Right? And you're a fool and you're crying profusely, seeing the guy is fighting and somebody is dying. And actually it's all color. Right? VFX, color. And actually if you go and in reality see that, you will laugh. For this only I had spent 3 hours. Rather I could have spent for Krishna. Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki movie dekhi achhi baat hai, which came. Right? I mean which helps. But not some junk movie which will titillate you and spoil your senses, right? And make you go away from Lord. What is the use? And you spend so much money also on those things. Hare Krishna. So again, last but not the least, struggle. This you can think, yeah, struggle, Prabhuji, I am struggling, I don't have flat money and all. Money can buy me this. Struggle can go. Actually, right? No, that is not the actual struggle. Even a poor man in a hut is more happy than the rich man in the Antilla Hill. Have you seen? I go to this park where you can walk. There are some small children who get ready daily. See their parents, how they comb the hair of the daughter. Right? Father is spending time, mother is spending time. How much time we spend with our children? Morning tea con, evening tea con, ting, 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 ting. That dreaded sound comes from Microsoft Teams. Remember? It shakes us up, oh my God. But we somehow may give a fake smile and say money is coming, so let's act. Right? Hello, yes, this is Nishant speaking. How are you doing today? Good morning. And this creepy culture, 50 years old fellow we say by name only. We can't even associate G with it, or uncle with it. What kind of American culture we have got here? Hey dude, hey macha, hey bro. All this kind of crap has come today. Children even father they say bro. I'm like, oh, okay. Make me rather pro. Why bro? Hare Krishna. So world is actually slipping away on value system, Prabhuji Mataji, right? And it's interesting. So struggle we can get rid through Bhagavad Gita, and we will get peace and happiness, which all of you have talked about in the first session, right? Happiness and peace. We have just wound up a lot of great content to come. So be alive, don't yawn, be very, very focused, because this is something you will learn big time today in today's session. Alright, good. Some quick question. Match the following. We had 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is the current Yuga. So in Satya Yuga, what we perform? Among 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a guess. Wrong. Sorry? 3. Okay. Prabhuji said 3. So computer ji lock किया जाए? Computer ji lock किया जाए. 3. Match the following. सही जवाब. Yes. So in Satya Yuga we are meditating on Vishnu. How about Treta Yuga? Performing sacrifice, Treta Yuga. Absolutely correct. Performing sacrifice. See? What about Dwapar Yuga? Sorry? Yeah, somebody said chanting, I heard. Which is okay. Yes. Serving Krishna's lotus feet in temple. DD. And Kali Yuga? Yes. That is the only hope we have to chant. So as we discussed last time, in this yuga it's very hard to focus, to do all those kind of puja. It's doable, but it will be adulterated, impure. It will have side effects. Rather than what you are aiming for, it will boomerang and hit you separately, differently. So in this Kali Yuga where there is so much of distraction, mobile distraction, TV distraction, number of company changes distraction, technology distraction, AI distraction, chat GPT, perplexity, what is that Prabhuji? There's so many, right? I don't know. There's so many AI model is coming. I don't know where the world is going. So much distraction. Only thing you can do is repeat Krishna's name. You cannot worship properly. Impossible. Right? Remember in old days, our parents used to get into job and stay in that company for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, almost so loyal. Right? Those were the days. And now, zero value system. कंपनी पैसे दे रही है फिर भी हम कंपनी के नहीं हैं. Moonlighting, remember that? COVID days, 2 jobs in hand, one in push, एक नंबर के चोर. Sophisticated thieves, yeah, because they have crores in the bank. Very interesting. Let's move forward. So, success formula we talked about, Prabhuji Mataji. We talked about Duryodhan versus Pandavas. Expertise, Duryodhan had organization skills. But what are the sign of victories? We need to have a environment which makes our home auspicious, right? Regular worship, chanting holy name. Cleanness is next to godliness, Swacham, we call it. So one who chases Lakshmi may or may not get it, but one who follows Lord will get everything needed, right? So if you have to keep the wife happy, never insult the husband. Correct? So, you have to bring both Lakshmi and Lord Vishnu together. Cannot be Lakshmi separately. That is the learning. Alright, so today's topic. ये तो हो गया recap. So today's topic, what are the causes of our suffering? Suffering. Ring of suffering. What this diagram makes you think? Aren't we all wearing that mask on our face? मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी. Mask on our face. So actually, if you see, we are causes of suffering. One first reason is what? It is attachment. And in bracket, it's very clearly given 2 temporary things. Aren't we? All of us are attached. Okay, we'll deep dive later. Attitude of comparison. We have this way of, if you are alone, we are happy. The moment you heard that some peer or colleague of yours was not as skilled as you, but he got promoted, became your leader. Gone? Happiness? Right? Tulna. Comparative analysis. How come? How it is possible? I deserved it for God's sake. How come? Oh God, I don't think this is God. Probably I'm not coming to Gita course. The day I attended Gita course, I got demoted. Then got promoted. I'm not attending Gita course. For God's sake, thank you, done. Such is the cheap, slapstick level of relationship with God. Right? One example, I remember somebody threw the DD out of the God because he had problems in life. So, fear of failure. How many of us have that? Job should not go. Right? Children, nothing should happen to them. Parents should remain healthy. I should remain healthy. Fear of failure. ये डर ही है जो भगवान के पास लाता है. Right? The moment you have all that, how much we remember that day the God. But when you get pain, you are like bedridden and nobody is coming towards you, right? And then how much that time you remember God. Selfish people we are. Don't have to go in detail, isn't it? Yes. What is that famous song? दुख में सुमिरन सब करे सुख में करे न कोई, जो सुख में सुमिरन करे तो दुख काहे को होए. Hare Krishna. Committing wrong acts. Yeah. We have criminals. So much crime rate is so high in Bangalore, isn't it? Wrong acts will lead to suffering. That's very direct. So, let's go one by one. The first one is attachment. Not, right? हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे. Let's go deep into that. So, attachment. So, this is an example, nice example actually given. Assume that your friend, all of you have, and he or she is going somewhere, and he had 1 crore rupee. And he came and gave to you, said that keep this 1 crore rupee with you, I'll come and take after a month. Income tax rate and all. Little hawala money. Please keep it, can you? Your friend, you said, yeah, I'll keep it. And after 1 month, he came and you gave the money back. Did you feel pain? Why? It was not attached to that money. Attachment is not there. Money was there, but you're not attached. Imagine you had one lottery, 1 crore rupees, right? Same money came to you. Now one friend came and is asking for that 1 crore rupee after a month. Will you give? Tukka laga na, lottery, not that you have earned. Hello, give na, 1 crore. Give, try to give. कोशिश तो कीजिए, हो जाएगा. Can't give, huh? Why? Attachment. I'm attached to that money. मेरा money, my money, isn't it? See? So, same 1 crore money, 2 different scenarios, your approach changed. Right? Attachment. Imagine that money, a thief comes into the house and steals away that money. Bangalore, 3rd, 4th newspaper you hear, right? This is digital theft is there. You keep hearing that. So steals away, then what will happen to you? You will cry profusely. 1 crore money went away. Right? You would have cried when that took his money back. So attachment is leading to suffering. Isn't it? You are so happy when that 1 crore rupee lottery you didn't get. Now what happens? See? Entire life you will be in depression, thinking I had 1 crore rupee that thief took away, and before 1 crore rupee you are happy soul, you are walking, you are enjoying life. So attachment led to, you thought that 1 crore will give you happiness, right? Yeah. Anybody has car? Raise hand. How many of you have car? Have you ever felt this kind of a situation in Bangalore? Traffic is smooth, right? Very few, 1 or 2 cars on the road. Such a nice government. Everything is so, 0 potholes, right? 0 accidents. Yeah. If you buy a car, bring out of the showroom, and one auto rickshaw driver takes a smart cute turn without your mistake, and nazar आपकी कार की उतार देते हैं. Little scratch. Ting. You are sitting with your wife, all happy. Nimbu, क्या होता है? Nimbu you put in front of tire. Car went up and down. nazar utare and priest and all. Ganesh ji के भी सामने जा करके and everything you did. And then this happened. You come out of the car. How you say to that gentleman? Thank you, sir. Wonderful you have done. You have tested my ego. Thank you so much. I am indebted to you. Come to my house someday. I want to serve you. Will you do that? Hey, macha. Hey. Some kind of do thumbs up like this and then auto rickshaw driver will only blame you only, by the way, because your vehicle is bigger than his. So the jungle law is what? If you are a bigger vehicle, even you are not at fault, you have to pay. Correct? All of us. So, attachment. We are attached to the, if you wouldn't have bought that car, you were such a happy soul that time. Bought the car, that doesn't mean you should not buy a car, but see, this attachment lead to suffering. So the point is this, very important thing to understand from Bhagavad Gita point of view. Arjuna's first argument was that how can I punish my own family members? Attachment. Krishna's instruction starts with the way to deal with this attachment is understand what is temporary, acting on the platform which is permanent. You have to distinguish attachment. If it's temporary in nature, paisa aaya chala gaya, right? Car came, scratch happened. Temporary. So have car but don't be attached to it. Have money but don't be attached to it. That is the game. But Prabhuji, how it's possible? Prabhuji, please, for God's sake, so much hard work I have done. How can I not be attached to it, Prabhuji? And that is the whole Bhagavad Gita all about. How to become detached. We are not saying that become a sadhu baba. Go to one and start doing tapasya. We are not encouraging that, right? You should earn well. You should serve your family well, but in a more optimized, efficient way. Staying detached. If in your company you do a project, and if that project doesn't go well, and you are a leader of that project, right? It's delayed. You get angry. You start shouting at your employees. You raise your voice. You use slur words. Attached to that project, right? Mehnat ki hai, yeah? My promotion will get stopped. What you have done? Nonsense. How your employees will react? Because you are so attached to that project. Imagine if you are detached to that project and still you are doing the same way, the hard work. Your decision making will be more rational, right? You will not get angry at your employees. They will respect you. You know Abdul Kalam, our president, when failure was there, he was the first one to go and face the media. When rocket, misfired, and when success came, he used to send his team. That is leadership. And how you get that? And he used to read Bhagavad Gita, right? Abdul Kalam, even though different. Doesn't matter. Bhagavad Gita is for all. It doesn't depend on a Hindu, a Muslim, a Sikh, Isai. No, it's for all, right? So the key is, if you are into Bhagavad Gita, you get that kind of a calmness. You get that clarity. Husband पे बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है, wife पे बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है. I have seen almost 100% record that the moment sessions are attended and the moment you start listening, focusing in your house, your jhagda reduces. Same subject, same issue. Wife is not shouting anymore. Some other problems will be there, but not this one. Because this world is full of problems. This world is full of miseries. You cannot escape that. That's why this world is called prison. Durga ji ka Durg hai ye. Right? It's a prison house. If in the prison house you want to have a sophisticated sofa and drawing room, not possible. You are meant to serve the punishment. It's Maya Nagari. That's why now you so much you try, but still you are unsuccessful with people's nature. The problems keep coming back. Why? It's not Vaikuntha, it's not Golok Vrindavan. The purity is not there. Everything is perverted in nature. Anyways, so coming back. So, what is temporary and what is permanent? Today we will try to distinguish that. And that is where the key of happiness is. So, it says it brings us to the interesting subject of body and soul. The first lesson by Lord Krishna. And Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 talks about it. Body, soul, all of you know. Who doesn't believe in soul? Just a body? Rubber stamp body? No? Okay? That's a good beginning. All of you believe in soul? Atma mein sabko vishwas hai? Let's move forward. Alright. See, justification Arjuna gave for his depression was actually called REDS. So, R for compassion for his family, E is enjoyment, D is destruction of family traditions, and S is sinful reactions. This is the standard thing which Arjuna felt, which is okay. At the outset it looks correct. And this is exactly what Arjuna gave cause to Krishna for not fighting. Right? I mean, Samne, I have family in front of me, I am compassionate. I don't want to kill my Tatshri or Gurudev or my cousin brothers. No matter even if they are evil in nature. I can't just go and kill them. I mean, they are my family, for God's sake. Right? And whom will I enjoy with? If I kill everybody, I get Hastinapur also, whom will I sit and enjoy with? So somebody should be there, na? Hey, see, I have taken from you. And that's where the enjoyment pedigree goes high. But if they are killed, then whom will I enjoy with? Destruction of family tradition. If you are killing everybody out there, then the culture of family will go away. The ladies will become widows. Right? They will be insecure. Others can come and take them away. So tradition will go down. We will get illegal children. Right? So where we will go? This is a black hole. So we cannot do this. And sinful reactions, पाप. अपने गुरु को मारेंगे तो पाप नहीं होगा. Won't we get sins? Killing our great grandfather Krishna Pitama. Won't we get sins? So it's big paps. Arjun was giving those justification. So question is attachment wrong? Mataji, is it wrong? Alright. You should have attachment. Prabhuji said you should have attachment or not? Yes, no. He says no. Young boy. And we'll see whether we should have attachment or not. The answer Mataji said is correct. Is attachment wrong? No. Attachment is not wrong. Why? Without attachment, we cannot prosper in any domain. Very simple. We are not like rock, feelingless. Nothing is within us. Like a lame person sitting and be detached, right? How can I be not without any attachment? This is a good question. See, as we said, attachment to temporary things is the cause of suffering. So we have to identify what is permanent thing. If something is permanent, if we are attached to that, will we suffer? Simple math, right? So it's always with us, right? So खोने का डर नहीं है पैसे के कर्म. Like money, you are not going to lose it. Like your project, you are not going to lose it. Like your offsprings, you are not going to lose it. So what is permanent? Get attached to that. Will give you permanent happiness. Simple math, clear? Logical, my engineers, you need logic. बोलेंगे just chant, then you won't chant. But logic is there, then you will get in your head. And now I think I get to. I'm getting, but this, that. So, all right. Very nice example. Or how many of you have travelled by train? Raise hand. All of you have travelled by train. You book the berth, AC, 2-tier, 3-tier AC. You sit whole night, you sleep there, and then you go out. Are you attached to that seat? No? Right? But that seat gave you place. Do you remember the seat number also? You remember before you on board, what is that? 7B, 7C or whatever. But once you are done, out of sight, out of mind. So seat is temporary on which we sat and we are out. So similarly, actually this deha, right, this body is temporary in nature, like a seat of train. Like you are not attached to the seat you demonstrated, you should not be attached to this body. Because all of you said you believe in rebirth, reincarnation, Atma, transmigration, moving from one body to another body. It's like a vastra. Right? This vastra I will go and throw, I will wear another vastra. Do I get so attached to this kurta? No, right? So that is the catch. We'll go a bit more deep. Alright, who is this? Yes? Yes? Small kid? पिताजी बोल रहे हैं, जोर से बोलो. Only young boy could have told. What's your name? Rohan. Rohan said Gandhiji, which is absolutely correct. Hari bol. इतना धीरे हरी बोल, कल नहीं आएगा. Say Hari bol. Thank you, Rohan. Yes. So see, if you look at Mahatma Gandhi, look at the change. That kid, which you saw in the first picture and the last picture, can you map and see both are same? Right? At the current, in the current so-called life also the body is changing. We say, right, every some years the entire cell changes in the body. Right? You get new set of cells. So scientifically also if you see the body is changing. Right? So if you are attached to that young body in the childhood, I mean it's not going to stay with you. It changes. Now, let's associate it with Bhagavad Gita shloka. Repeat after me. Deho asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dheras tatra namuhyati. Somebody from Mataji side can read translation. Yes, Mataji, please.
As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change?
Simple English. I am not adding anything here. Translated exactly by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 shloka number 13. Very clearly called out. Any debate? Lord is clearly saying this. Right? Embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, like you saw with Mahatma Gandhi. Similarly, it passes from one body to another body at death. So, इससे घबराना नहीं है. It's like changing the cloth. So why to worry? We get so worried by death, right? Because we don't see the other side of the world. Here we can see that in one, what do you call that, specs, the body is changing. I was young, then I became youthful guy, and then I became little bit older, and then I became old. That is okay. But death, nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to face. Nobody wants to feel. Isn't it? How many of you have planned for death? हाँ प्रभु जी LIC have planned. But something we don't discuss in family, right? Why to discuss? It's like saying this. You should not keep Bhagavad Gita in our house. Somebody was saying, why? Mahabharat ho jayega. So what we do is, we take this red cloth, we tie the Bhagavad Gita inside that red cloth and keep behind the Lord. We never open it up. Mahabharat ho jayega. Don't read shlokas. It's only meant for yuddha. That kind of half-hand-pegged knowledge, arth kukut gyan, right, is killing us big time in our society. Excuses how to stay away from Lord. Excuses how to not see Lord Krishna. Excuses to say that let's be Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu and Kamsa, but let's not become a devotee. Right? And we blame, oh, Ravan was so bad. As if all of us are great. We are 1,000 times worse than Ravana, okay? He was a great Shastri at least. He could see Lord Rama. Can you see Lord Rama? Have you seen Lord Rama? He saw. Who is better? रावण को दर्शन तो मिला, लेकिन हम लोग ऐसा अपने आप होता था रावण was छी. Ram ji, I am like in between, right? I am not Ravan, but I am in between. As if we are hypocrites, right? Basically, right? We are hypocrites. Hare Krishna. So today we are going to understand how we are spirit soul. Because we are Bangalore engineers, so we will understand scripturally, logically and scientifically also. So that when you go out from here, you totally believe in soul. Clear? If I was giving this session in a village to simple people, this slide wouldn't have been there. We have told those villagers, take the mala and chant Hare Krishna mantra, you will realize God and they will believe. Faith. But with more educated people materially, slate पूरी भरी हुई है half hand knowledge के साथ. You have to first of all clean it, right? And then feed with the transcendental knowledge. It's like villages are much better, probably the Mataji's, frankly speaking. Isn't it? When I go to village, I feel so calm, so serene environment, so peaceful. Why? Because they are next to God. They are not yet infected by our tongue, that Microsoft Teams music. Imagine they going through that, a farmer going through that, oh God, like a tea corn among farmers. What is the next step to be done tomorrow in the farmland? Deadly. Hare Krishna. Alright, good. So here we come. Dehi and Deha. So the composition of our body is made up of 3 layers. Right in the center is soul. Around that is called subtle body. We will talk more about it. And then we have a gross body. Gross body is what you can see. Subtle body is you feel but you cannot see. And soul is right there, sitting in your heart with Paramatma. So if we remove the gross body, we get soul with subtle body. And actually this is what in a package gets transmigrated from one body to another body. Right? It's not just soul which gets transmigrated, it's with that subtle body which gets transmigrated. And what is that subtle body made of? We'll talk about it. So if you see, subtle body is something which we don't see, and gross body is something which we see. And together We have soul, gross body and subtle body. Now we will associate this with shloka. Then you will understand better. अभी तक तो प्रभु जी कुछ भी फंडे, whatever, right? Should not be this. But let's see what Lord Krishna says. Kindly speak after me. Bhumir apo analo vayu. Kham mano buddhiraiva cha. Ahankara itiyam me. Bhinna prakritir astada. Prabhuji said, somebody can decide. Translation.
Yeah. Yet water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and thoughts. Altogether, these 8 constitute my separated material.
Earth, water, fire, air, ether means space in case, mind, intelligence, false ego. 8 elements together constitute material energy. If you look at this, subtle body and gross body together forms material energy, right? And soul is a spiritual energy. So, in subtle body and gross body is comprised by these 8 elements. We'll go further. We'll see here gross body, what it is made of, and subtle body, what it is made of. With me till now? Very simple. Gross body is made of what? Panch tattva. Earth, water, fire, ether, air. है ना? Panchbhut. And when you burn your body, मिट्टी में मिल जाता है. So that all of us agree. Subtle body is something where we don't have knowledge. Correct? What is subtle body made of? Mind, intelligence, and false ego. Okay? And this is exactly which carries the soul from one body to other body. Body remains as it is, but subtle body carries from one body to another body. We will get into more details. So soul is the superior energy, and subtle body is material energy, and gross body is also material energy. So Lord referred in that shloka, 8 elements constitutes material energy, which is nothing but subtle body and gross body. In subtle body also mind, intelligence and false ego, and gross body earth, fire, ether, air and water. Clear? Any questions? It's little technical, so important that we understand this because we are scientists and engineers by nature. Understood? Alright. Here again, very good example is there that gross body is nothing but like coat. You come, you wear coat, you go and drop it in your house, टांग देते हैं, then you carry forward. And you wear a next dress again next morning. So our gross body is like that, subtle body is like that. Alright. So now we are getting into subtle body area. Gross body though we know, right? Panchbhut. Now subtle body area, let's deep dive. Go further deep into it. I got distracted by the picture, by the way. Mouth became watery. It's such a delicious looking, nice brown gulab jamun, right? Yeah, the Americans say gulab jamun, right? Gulab jamun. And this is called ISKCON bullet, which Prabhupada used to make in America. And he said, please have gulab jamun. And they said, gulab jamun. Yeah, sure Prabhupada, gulab jamun. And then he said, okay, forget it, it's ISKCON bullet. Right? So it's like bullet which straight away gets into your heart. So, if you have diabetes and you have been served, and you are very hungry by the way, and been served this wonderful gulab jamun, what will go through your mind? Have or don't have? Your diabetes, Mataji? Huh? One day it's okay. Take one second to go also. One day is okay, Mataji said. Then every day I start serving them. So Mataji says that it's okay for one day to have it. Very nice. Okay? Yeah. So see, what happens here is, the tussle is between mind and intelligence. Mind says, as Mataji said, mind said, one day, big deal, let's have it. Right? Intelligence says, I am diabetic. Can't even have a drop of it. So, who is smarter? Mindful person or intelligent person? Right? See, so you yourself are saying. So let's move further. Alright, so associate with shloka. Please repeat after me. Apareyam itastva anyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho jayedam dharyate jagat. Mataji said, somebody can read. It was not read before. This Mataji can read. Translation. Yeah.
Since this almighty arm Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which
Comprises
the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature.
Yes. So Lord is saying that, O mighty Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting resources of this material inferior nature, and is referring to soul. Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, shloka number 5. So look at this famous picture, you will find a lot. Alright, and if you look at this picture, these 5 horses are referring to 5 senses. Tongue is here, cursor is there moving here. Tongue is here, you have hands, you have ear, you have nose and you have eyes. Right? And there is reins which is controlling the senses. And there is a person who is driving this, and there is somebody who is sitting here. So let's make it more picturesque. Is like this. Right? Now it's more clearer. There are 5 senses called Indriyas, and this rein which is holding the horses together is called mind. And the rein is held together by a person which is called intelligence, buddhi. And the person who is sitting is Atma. Right? The entire thing is body. Right? Now imagine this. We say you don't have sense control, or you have sense control. When the senses are not in control, when the intelligence is leaving the mind alone. So the reins is left, then where the senses will go? If the horseman or the charioteer is not holding the reins together and leaves it, then all horses will go in all direction. That means your senses will go in all direction. Not Mataji जैसे एक दिन खाने से क्या होता है? Tongue, right? One gulab jamun a day keeps a diabetic person away. Right? See, tongue. Similarly, nose. Right? Smell. Eyes. For example, here you look towards that side, please, all of you. What your eye sees? Beautiful. And your eyes can see. If your eyes sense is not in control, you can see bad things also. Bad pictures. Right? Here you are seeing Lord Krishna. Eyes has capability of seeing bad pictures because intelligence is not controlling the mind. Right? Similarly, hearing. Here you are hearing kirtan, bhajan. If your mind is not in control, you can hear again bad words, bad stories, bad news. This got killed, that got killed. Impurity comes in. What else is there? Hand. One hand you can use to do puja of the Lord, right? Auspicious, and then you take the knife and that is also. Sense is not in control, you go and kill people. Sense is in control, you go and serve the Lord. पैसे खरीदेंगे ऐसे, money can buy all this, right? So that's where the intelligence comes into picture. Now this is again a very nice picture which will give some more details to you. It says, false ego is the one which makes us forget that we are soul, but always think us as body and not accept the truth. So we talked about mind and intelligence, and there is something called false ego. There is ego and called false ego. False ego means what? That I am this body. Every time you default, you think about this body only, isn't it? My car, my job, my body, my wife, my children, my parents, my finance. It's all at the bodily level. And we think this body is everything. But if this body is everything, then why we cannot keep this body permanent? Anybody who knows in his family where the body is permanently remaining with you, alive? Science? Prabhuji, what happened to science? Mataji? it should be there, no? For you love your parents so much, keep them alive forever. Can't. Come on, engineers, what happened? Scientists, what happened? Can't control, isn't it? It's finicky, it's temporary in nature, right? So still we say that we are not soul, we are body. We'll get more into detail of that. So it is difficult to give up certain things in our life. This person is actually, life is at stake, but ego he cannot drop, right? Somebody is giving hand, Lord's hand is coming. Come, I want to take you back, but he is still holding the ego. So sometimes till you get rid of that baggage, you cannot be elevated. You cannot carry on your devotion with false ego, which is full of junk baggage, right? So what it says, so every person is in a difficult situation, hanging onto a branch of a tree on a cliff, and he has been offered the helping hand of the God or devotee, but is holding on to his ego. So Krishna has made himself available within and without. Within as Paramatma, inside the heart, and without in the form of associations of devotees, right? Scriptures, Prabhupada books, Bhagavad Gita, but due to our false ego, we don't try to put efforts prioritizing spiritual life. Today, if you go and next 5 days you have to spend in your private life, you will prioritize spiritual life or material life? Raise hand. Material life. Isn't it? After knowing all this, hence proven we are all mudhas, which is called foolish. Aren't we foolish? We know this is wrong, still we keep doing it. It's like the itch. You know that itch? You know, somebody bites you and you keep itching. You know that it will, in the end it will spur into a wound, but that itch doesn't stop. If you stop the itch, then it will get cured on its own, but you can't stop the itch. So this false ego is nothing but an itch, that you think that this body, I have to take care of this. It happened to my neighbor, but I will never die, right? If somebody died there on the road, but I am okay because I take Patanjali medicines, right? I am special soul, nothing will happen to me. On your next breath, do you have control, Mataji? What if this body is such a complex system, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidney, large intestine, small intestine, heart, esophagus, right? एक भी switch off हो गया, then, but Prabhuji, I am taking care of entire thing. You know, daily I have this kind of a round table meeting with all these gallbladder, all people get together and say, are you okay, dude? Are you okay? Are you okay? Yes. Well, perfect, thank you. Are you able to do that? Black box, no, this body, nothing, but I am going to live long. LIC appa, it will get matured, yeah? I am never going to die. Isn't it? Muras, we are foolish. Hence, Hare Krishna. Alright, so again, another shloka, please recite after me. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya Navani grinati naro aparani Tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani Anyani samyati navani dehi. So his side, please read, one of you.
As a person puts on new garments, gives up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.
Lord Krishna has clearly called out Prabhuji and Mataji in a very, very clear words. Don't debate with me, debate with Krishna in case you have doubts. Bhagavad Gita is translating as it is. Okay? What he is saying, this is as person puts on new garment, gives up old one, soul must accept the new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, shloka number 22. You can go and read. You can find out. Still, you want to be attached to body? Mataji, you want to be attached to body? Not cosmetics and all that. Keep polishing. Try to look young. Prabhuji side, hair transplant. Right? You want to be attached to body? Krishna is giving message. We should learn. Hare Krishna. Another one. Ishvara sarva bhutanam हृद्देशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति ब्राह्मयं सर्वभूतानि यंत्रारूढ़ानि मायया. Mataji said, please read. Yeah.
The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wandering of all living entities who are seated as a machine made of all the material elements.
Yes. Lord is actually talking about yantra, the machine. Right? If you see, this is a human body versus car. So the driver who is sitting in the car is actually soul, and the car itself is a body, right? So driver is controlling the car. If driver comes out, car will not move. Now, but there is a self-driving car these days. This logic will not stand. Yeah, keep killing the logic. This is what we are good at, right? Just keep proving that Lord is wrong, I am right, and that's sign of Kali Yuga, by the way. Hare Krishna. So similarly, the body is destructible. As Lord said, it changed as we change the clothes, and it's just like a vehicle. Clear? Clear? Another shloka. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, shloka number 18. Antavanta ime deha nitya shokta sharirana anasino aprameyasya Kasmad yudhyasya bharat. Mataji said, please read.
Material body of the
Yeah.
material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is
Sure to come to an
sure to
end.
come to an
Yes.
end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of
Bharata. Lord is clearly telling Arjuna, this body is going to end. Why are you so attached to this body, Arjuna? Take your Gandiv, get up, fight. Oh descendant of Bharata. Lord is saying, तुम भरत महाराज के descendant हो, you are descendant of Bharat Maharaj. Lord is encouraging, take fight. Why all of you are so attached to body? Come to Krishna consciousness. Get attached to the holy name. Read Bhagavad Gita. Associate with devotees. Right? Do puja properly with proper vidhi vidhan of the Lord. Don't stay attached to burgers, pizzas and choles. Get the higher taste. There is a different kind of gulab jamun when offered to Lord versus somebody who is serving out there which is karmic negative hands in some sweet shop. There is a difference. Use your intelligence. Don't allow mind to overpower you. Use your intelligence. Choose your battles, O Arjuna. And all of us are Arjuna in our own ways. And Lord is telling us through Arjunas, get up, fight. Hare Krishna. This is a very important shloka. Nayanam chidanti shastrani. Nayanam dahati pavaka. Na chainam kleda yanti apo. Na shoshyati maruta. So we said, somebody can read.
Soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor bound by fire, nor mastered by water, nor withered by the wind.
Body, Lord said, is temporary in nature. Don't get attached to it. Soul, he is saying very clearly, na chidanti, na shastrani. It cannot be destroyed. Soul, covered by subtle body and gross body, soul cannot be destroyed. Neither by fire, neither by our, what is that? Atom bombs, right? Patriot missiles, hydrogen bombs. Nothing can destroy the soul. That is the permanent one. So attached to soul, not to body. Clear? Anybody has doubt? Don't talk to me, talk to Krishna in case of doubt. I am not saying this. Of course you can kill me if I am saying this. Lord is saying, I am not saying it. I am just repeating what Lord is saying. Hare Krishna. If you still want to wear that, what do you call that, yellow specs, and you know, yellow specs, entire world looks yellow. You want to be fooled by that and still live in this bodily level? All the best. All the best. Nothing will happen to me. Bagal wale ko. Me to I am very nice person. I eat Ayurvedic food. I do pranayam, kapal bhati. What is that? Anulom Vilom. Nothing happened. Really? One car will come and took. Rebo. Some stupid drunkard person will come and here you are doing Rebo. Hare Krishna. So don't get attached to body. Okay. Achedyo ayam adhayo ayam. Akledyo ashoshya evacha. Nitya sarvagata sthanur. Achalo ayam sanatana. Mataji said, who has not read, please read. Anybody?
This individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither born nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally deceived.
See, the soul remains the same because it's a part and parcel of God. Right? Lord is clearly saying unbreakable, insoluble. Neither can be burned, nor dried, everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, eternally the same. We are actually the part and parcel of God. We have not realized it. Right? हमें कीचड़ में ही रहना है. I love mud. Don't want to grow from there. It was like time is running, but there was one pastime where Lord Indra was given curse. Right? So he was given curse that you have to be born as a pig and live in planet Earth. So Lord Indra was born as a pig, grew as a pig, he had a pig family, piglets, started serving piglets, right? And then Lord Brahma came one day and said, "Bhai, idhar ki gaddi khali hai. Come." Indra said, "No, I don't want to leave my piglets. I love my pig queen. I love stool, very tasty. I don't want to go to that Swarga." Right? Our state is that way. We have piglets, pigs, and we don't want to leave this material world and go back to Godhead, even though Lord is calling us. Right? So, aren't we foolish? Hence proven. If you are in touch of God, then you are not foolish. If you are not in touch of God, then we are. How can you tell us foolish? I have a good family culture, background, this, that and all. Of course, that is all material data, biodata. Spiritually, we are all foolish. Hare Krishna. Alright. So, activities on body, as it says, we have different kind of senses, right? We can play, we can hear, we can see. That is on body level. But common sense and logical understanding. One thing is, how do we communicate the death of a person? Somebody dies, how you go and communicate? What line you use? वो चला गया. Very nice. वो स्वर्ग से धार गया. वो इस दुनिया में नहीं रहे. Right? Very interesting. So, कौन चला गया? Who is not in this world? Body is there only. Heart is there, leg is there, hand is there, nose is there. Your own loved one is there, na? Why you say somebody left this world? Who left this world? What is missing? We say in every walk of our life, when person goes away, but we don't buy it. It's not us who is saying, it's coming from parampara. उनके वो इस दुनिया में नहीं रहे. That soul went away, everything was intact. So that is again, so it's again logical, common understanding. We speak but we don't believe. Right? We speak but we don't believe. So that means, even if you don't know Bhagavad Gita, you are still talking, giving reference to Bhagavad Gita by saying वो इस दुनिया में नहीं रहे. This soul चले गए. Alright. So, is reincarnation just a religious sentiment? Yes or no? Lord Krishna said, na, body change, death after that, new garment, new body. Do you still believe or not? Reincarnation is there. Lord Krishna is saying so. So Bhagavad Gita. And reincarnation is scientific. It is not a Manohar Kahani. Right? Amar Chitra Katha. This thing which really irritates is in channels, YouTube channels and everywhere, people talk about God. But they use this word, one word which is actually dissolves everything. This movie is a great movie. It's based on the mythological reference. Mythological? Mythological means myth. That means Kalpnik. That means we are saying Lord Rama is Kalpnik. It's a Amar Chitra Katha story. Never use the word mythological. It's not a lie. It's a truth. Right? Because they don't have Gyan, so they talk all great things. Suddenly one word, it's very subtle, huh? One word kills it. One word kills it. So it's not a myth, it's a reality. So somebody says mythologically, make them understand it's not a mythological thing, it's a real thing. Hare Krishna. So, reincarnation. See, there was a famous scientist, Jan Stevenson. He said reincarnation, at least as I conceive it, does not nullify what we know about evolution and genetics. It suggests, however, that there may be two streams of evolution, biological one and a personal one, and that during terrestrial lives these streams may interact, biological one and personal one. And there is a famous story which you will find on internet also, and this is of Dr. Deep Kapadia, and this particular scientist came in contact with him. When he was around 3 years old, right, he was living in Mumbai with his parents and he was a Marathi. So 3-year-old, one day started talking in Marwadi, Rajasthani, Marwadi language. Parents were shocked. They thought maybe he watched some TV and maybe he's enacting good superpower, something like that. Then he said that I want to go to, in Rajasthan, a place, right, my parents are living there. Parents were shocked. I'm your parent, my parents are living there. And then they thought that okay, maybe he's just saying some things and all, but it kept repeating. Then they got worried. Then they got this Jan Stevenson, the scientist. And he suggested, okay, let's follow him what he says, right? A 3 or 4-year-old child, what he will say. This one might be like, here and there must be connecting some dots. So he went to Rajasthan. So the moment train was reaching that place, that 3-year-old child said that my place is coming. Next station is mine only. And the next station was this only. Then he got down, and as he walked out to the railway station, there was a Ghoda Gadi guy, Tum guy. Then he knew the name of the person. He went and said, "Oh, Ram Bhaiya, how are you?" In Marwadi. And that guy was shocked. Who is this? But he said, I am this person. Right? I am the person. And remember, we used to come and talk, and I used to, try to get over it. You said that you have to give money, then only this, that and all. And then these other people were watching. Then he moved further on his own towards his house. Nobody guided him. And got into a place where his house was. And he knocked the door opened, and his son came out, which was much taller than him. Crying, right? He was 4 years, and then he hugged him on the knee level, of course. And called his son's name. And the son was shocked. Nickname. Not his professional name, nickname. And then he went further and said that, and he was a security guard in a museum in his previous birth. And he said, then son said that, okay, fine. He asked, okay, remember you had a rifle, your personal rifle, pistol, you used to store somewhere, you know the place. Then he said, yes. Then he went walking staircase to the first floor, and there was a Lord's picture. He moved the picture, and behind that there was a hole, and he took out and said, this is a pistol. Yeah, oh good, you are maintaining it till now. And he was shocked. Then they took him to his museum where he was security guard. And there was a kerosene lantern which he used to keep in the corner. All those things he found. And everybody was shocked. Right? And this, by the way, that person is still alive. Right? And he remembers all this. Ye cross connection kaise hua? Short circuit. Remember, somebody has a mark here. He was murdered in the previous birth, the bullet mark came here. A lot of stories also that way. So So there are some crisscrosses which has happened. Now probably why all of us don't remember, that person remembers. Don't ask why. Believe. Right? Now sometimes it happens. You are so attached to your previous birth, think maybe he was murdered by the way, that thing doesn't go for the memory. Right? Short circuit happens. But that's not a norm, that's an exception. Hence, if all of us would have remembered our previous birth, we would have got depression, anxiety, diabetes, 3-4 cardiac arrests, right? Imagine, God forbid, if I told you previous birth you have killed 3-4 people and the family is actually all, how you would have felt this birth? Hence, Lord gives you forgetfulness. आपको भूलने की शक्ति देते हैं. See, He is so merciful. Right? Why we can't remember? What if I was Pele? What I was this and that? Who knows what we are? Right? So we cannot doubt the power of the Lord. Hare Krishna. So again, near-death experience also, all of you know that the Atma goes out and then comes back. So many experiences we have heard already. So again, this is a very classic case where one parrot was there with golden cage, and the lady was taking care of golden cage and polishing the golden cage, but didn't take care of parrot, and parrot died. Right? So basically, we are doing the same. We are polishing our body, but not taking care of soul. And one day, the soul will go away, and then you keep the body yourself, and I don't know what you will do after that. Do Agamati, right? So moral of the story is, we are wrong in thinking that it's the body which needs care and nourishment. That is the summary. The soul needs must not be neglected. Right? Krishna's name is what will satisfy the soul. That is the thing. So there is a famous line, we are not human beings with spiritual experience, we are spiritual beings with human experience, is the bottom line. Understood? So we are not human beings, we are spiritual beings. And we have human experience. So with that, I would like to stop here. Again, the famous line is, whatever result was obtained in Satyuga by meditating on Vishnu, in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifices, in Dwapar Yuga by serving the Lord's lotus feet, can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Everybody raise hand please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the satisfaction of soul is only through holy name of Lord. That is the only way. No other means can make you satisfied. So with that, we conclude for today's session. Little technical but very eye-opening. In fact, when I was on your place and sitting and hearing that, it was very eye-opening for me also. Scientific, logical, and scripturally also associated. Satisfied? Yeah. Now open for questions or comments or doubts. Anybody? Prasada will also. No doubts? Clear? I think PPT we can see Mataji, yes, we can share. Anybody else? Any doubt? Yes, Prabhu.
I was thinking if we are not a little bit attached to something, then how will we grow in some field or something?
Yeah, you are right. So that's why I said attachment is not wrong. We should be attached. But the bottom line is we should not be attached to temporary things, because that growth which you think is a growth will give you pain later. You know how it is, right? You work, Prabhuji, your good name? Sandeep. And you are engineer. Tomorrow say you become vice president. Right? I promote you. So attachment you grieve. But you know how much responsibility comes with vice president role? How much pain will come with that? So of course it's temporary in nature. Right? It gives you temporary happiness and satisfaction, but it brings its own bed of thorns. Right now, I'm not saying you should not become VP. You should become vice president, but how you become a better vice president? A good vice president? When you have a balance in life. Right? Otherwise, you will get into mode of passion and take to extremity that role, which could impact your health. Say for example, you are awake till 3 o'clock night and working. Very hard. Very good. Good for company. But bad for your health. You left your family and you're working because you're VP now. So much responsibility, right? Money is being given by the company. Why have divorced you? Right? Children stop telling you Papa. And when you became old, they also threw you from the house because you didn't take it. But I earned for you, I was VP, I was giving you lakhs of rupees for your school. Sorry, you didn't play with me in the evening football, na? That half an hour as if anything was. So the point is, attachment should be there. But attached with something which is permanent. And then of course, then you will do these duties or what you're referring to probably more properly. In a more optimized way.
So let's say like if during my childhood
Yeah.
I have to study something.
Yeah.
Like let's say that is good, right? That is but that is also temporary.
Study is good, but temporary for sure. Yes.
So then I am attaching myself to that. So how do you? I understand that will be thing, but this is good, right?
So study is good, but then again, if you see, study leads to what? In the end, what you will become?
Leads to like something money.
Money? Will get into rat race? Same thing, engineer, director, senior director will be same rat race, right? Or you become scientist or something. So it's good, right? See, one thing is like, it's not like you have to stop doing that, but you will do it better if you have Lord in the center. Study, and if you have Krishna in the room, right? You pray to Krishna in the morning and then you sit and focus, your focus will be better. You keep a stupid magazine in the room, right? OTT links in the room, and then you try to focus on study. Will you? So also, in your first stage of your life, bring Lord Krishna into center and then do this. It will become, you will be detached to these temporary things and you will focus better. But you will attach to the higher goal. And higher goal is what? After death, you have to go back to Godhead. Because this is, see, there are two constants in life, birth and death. In between all is adjustment. Right? Try, ask your parents, ask your grandparents, everybody is adjusted. But after death, what? You have to prepare for that also. Sorry, but good question. Thank you. So, interest of time will stop here. And once again, please forgive me if I said something untowards, something which you didn't like or didn't fit your bill. I am just speaking like a parrot, which I have heard from Srila Prabhupada and from Bhagavad Gita. I am not compacting, trying not to compact anything. So, seek forgiveness in case I hurt anybody. Thank you so much. All ways to Srila Prabhupada, all ways to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga, all ways to assembled devotee. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpa taru bhasya kripa sindhya bhasya patitana pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So we'll go with one round of chanting. Prabhuji, or how it is? Yes? The malas, the weapons for Kali Yuga is ready? The mala. Who is here for the first time attending? 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time I see a lot of first timers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hare Krishna. You will come again to attend? Huh? Even the India-Pakistan match is there? Alright, good. So, again, every time I see 5, 6 new people. So, what we'll do is we'll quickly talk about how we have to chant, right? Technically.
Prabhu, help us to add this group.
Yes. So, group addition, Mataji. So, all of you can add yourself to the WhatsApp group. Prabhu Jitesh Prabhuji is here and Mataji is also here. So, there is a WhatsApp group and then you will get the updates and you can join. Alright. So, Prabhuji, Jitesh Prabhu.